there's some value in it that helps you. And I want to just start this one off by saying, who are you taking your advice from and why? That's the question. Who is giving you the advice that you're actually taking into consideration, going out there, putting it into action, and trying to get a result? Where's that information coming from? See, a lot of times I think people are struggling to make the right moves because they're listening to the wrong people. And what do I mean by that? A lot of times, if you're struggling in a certain area and you're looking for a solution, you're looking for a way to get over a specific challenge, hurdle, or whatever the case may be, there's usually people, or at least one person that you feel comfortable may have that answer, and you might reach out to them and say, hey, I'm struggling in this area with this problem. Do you have a solution? Can you identify something that might help me? And they give you advice. The problem that I've seen happen too many times is the person that's giving that advice maybe has never even been through that particular situation. So they don't really have a solution, but they're given advice that they think might be a good solution. Maybe something that they heard from somebody else, maybe something that they read. And there's a lot of variables. And sometimes, without asking the right questions, you may not pull the right information to be able to help somebody solve a specific problem. Another thing is, some of us might not have that student mentality. We're not ready to listen to the solution, even though we're experiencing the problem. We're experiencing the issue, and we're the one that needs it solved, not the other person, right? Not the person we're asking for the solution. We need a solution, so we're asking. And sometimes what's interesting is that solution comes from an unlikely source. And because it comes from an unlikely source, you may not receive that information. Let's just put it that way. You may be in a position where you doubt whether or not that information is actually what you need and if that's going to help you or not. And because of that, some people don't take any action, right? And that's the killer in most cases, the lack of action. If you don't take action on a solution that was meant to solve a problem that you were asking for, then that's a lack of commitment on your part. Chances are you weren't even looking to solve that problem. You just wanted to complain. And there's a lot of people like that. If you pay attention, some people aren't complaining. They're not looking to solve a problem. They're just looking to complain. And they want to feel like, hey, if a group of people are going through this specific problem, man, I want to be in that group too. I want to have that same sort of situation that I can talk about and feel like, hey, I'm among this. What am I talking about? Thank you for jumping in here, first of all. I'm talking about taking advice from people that have no idea what they're talking about, right? Where do you get your solutions from to problems that you may be facing? Because sometimes I think what hurts people is they're going about and asking the wrong people that have never been in their situation. They haven't struggled with their challenges, but they're trying to find out how to get that solution from that person. And it's like, I always say this: you can't go to your mechanic to ask him about your health, right? If it was your car, yeah, take your car to your mechanic. Get that support from him so that he can tell you what you need to do to make sure your car is in tip top shape. But you cannot be looking at your mechanic to help you with your health. What is my profession? I work in the health insurance industry. So if anyone of you guys may be looking for health care, that's what I do. I match people, help them figure. Well, let me not say match people. I empower people. That's what I feel like I do, is empower them with the information that they need to know which plan to pick for themselves or for their families. And it's really just that simple. But going back to what we were talking about, some people, I've been licensed. Appreciate it, man. I've been licensed since 2017 in the insurance field. And some people, every year, they go through the process of open enrollment, figuring out what plan to choose, and then they go through that plan. They go with that plan for the whole year. Man, it varies. It varies. Um, But the reason I am in this profession, to be honest with you, is I used to sell cars. I used to sell cars at a dealership, Napa Ford and Lincoln, and I love talking to people. I like sales. However, I love helping people overcome challenges, if you will. Favorite car brand? I don't even know that I've thought about that question, to be honest. I don't want to lie to you. My favorite car brand, I don't know. I just there's a lot of cars that I like, to be honest, but I used to work at Ford and Lincoln here in Napa, and when I realized that selling cars was good, it could make me good money, but it took away a lot of my time, a time that I would rather be spending with my family, especially my little girl at the time was 3. She would spend so much time at the dealership, and all I wanted to do was make sure that I had money coming in to take care of the needs, the responsibilities that I had, and the family, obviously. But that didn't include spending hours at a time. AI is cool, man. A lot of people need to pay attention to AI. I appreciate it. Trading knowledge, man. That's what it's all about. All we're supposed to be doing, in my opinion, in life is improve ourselves so that we can help other people improve. And it's funny, I have a group, a team that I work with. Every Friday, we have what we call Friday Night Celebration, FNC, and we do it in the Zoomiverse. So I'm in California. I have a few partners in Texas, Florida, uh, Kansas, and we jump on a Zoom and we celebrate for the week all of our challenges, all of our obstacles, and all of the positive things that went the way that we wanted it to go. And people can invite friends, guests, it doesn't matter. All we're doing is just creating an environment where people can share, learn, and grow together like a garden. Imagine the life that we're living and the people that we're seeing every day, whether we're having conversations with them or not. There's unique experiences and gifts and things that we can share that will make the quality of life for everybody just elevated. But sometimes we're not looking at it that way. We're not looking at how we can increase the value that somebody has by sharing some information. And service, service is huge. A lot of times people say they want to help people, but their actions are different from what their mouth says. So just pay attention. Sometimes even your close friends and family members will say, "Hey, look, I will do anything for you." I'm in California, St. Helena specifically, wine country, Napa Valley. Um, but yeah, watch what people say. What people say and what people do, very different sometimes. Some people, will say that again, I'll take the shirt off my back in a heartbeat to make sure that somebody else is good. That's just the type of person that I am. That's what they say. But when you watch what they do, it's completely different. So as individuals, I think it's okay, right, for us to want to do good. But sometimes when we start opening our mouth to say, "Hey, look, I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that," and we don't show up, we don't keep our promise, our commitment, our word, it can be really bad and damaging, right? So I think that it's important for us to just get better, get better. Why do I say that? There's always room to grow, there's always room to do more. And a lot of the people now that I have been surrounding myself with and learning from, growing with, if you asked me years ago, "Hey, you think you'd be in a situation where you are today hanging out with these people," right? And I'd probably be like, "No, there's no way. Probably not. Highly unlikely, right, that I'd be in that situation." And I think sometimes when you just open up your mind to really see what you want and go after it, the people that you might find that come into your mix would not be normally the people that you hang out with. But if you're open to letting yourself explore and get into those scenarios, those rooms, those situations where you meet these unlikely people, you'll be so surprised at the things that you can learn and how you can grow and how that can be beneficial for you. So I appreciate all of you guys' contributions here, man. If I can help in any way, I'm here for it. I'm not a mind reader, so I always like to have conversations, like I said, and just learn what people might be working on, struggling with, and see if I can provide the solution or put them in a position where they can now connect with the person that has that solution, build a relationship, and continue to get the support that they need to get to the next level and keep growing. So with that, man, today is Saturday. Got a wedding planned. I wanted to make sure I jumped on here so that I can share my thoughts and hopefully provide some kind of value for you. And feel free to subscribe if this is information that's helping you. And if you want more of it, you can always leave a message. Let me know what you're working on and how I can help and what value you could use. Let's make it happen. One team, one dream, man. Guys, stay safe, make it a productive day, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.